Welcome back to GearWire.com. My name is Bill Holland, and I'm once again revisiting 1987 on GearWire.com here with the Dimension LE. What I've done here is I've set up yet another patch that I can add, because I want to demo some of the really cool patches that are in here and explain some of the things you can do with them. Now, one of the really interesting things we've seen about the Dimension LE so far is that you can use all of their preordained patches that are within the software. However, there are multi-sample patches you can bring in both from Dimension LE presets and Drop Zone presets, which is pretty awesome. Both of these synths are available with Cakewalk Sonar 7 Producer Edition. I'll be looking at the Drop Zone in future, upcoming, very soon videos. Right now I have this kind of brassy patch to enhance the level of cheese. So that's one way you can use this, but let's take a look at some of the other patches that are available in here that provide us with some really cool ways of working within this environment. Let's go to our synth rack, bring up the Dimension. I have a million of them in here. A little note, if you're working with Sonar, normally if I was working on a project at home, I would rename this, but I've been too lazy thus far. I'm just going to call this Plan 9. And I'm going to bring up my Dimension LE again. Now you'll notice right here I have the brassier, which is Saw Mini Wave, Element Chain FFZ, and 2 empty patches. Now I can either do this one of two ways. I can go back to my presets here, where you can load the program and save your program if you want. I have pads loaded. You know, it says Dimensions, pads, real basses, synths, organs, electric pianos, bells, leads, technotrance, and electronica collection. The cool thing about these two is the electronica collection actually contains patches within. We have basses, keys, leads, pads, sequencer sounds, simulations, stacks, arpeggio sounds, and then we have the Garriton Pocket Orchestra, which has a variety of different things within it. Let's take a look at the Garriton real quick to see what we can do with realistic sounds. Let's try some trumpets to see how this sounds up against our old school kind of Juno-esque brass sound. So you'll notice it's a solo trumpet. It actually... And you can hear some of the breaths in there, and if I play with the keys, I can get different velocity sounds. And if I go back to my patches, I can load a tuba. And what's really cool is because these samples are structured the way they are, you can actually hear the brass vibrate. You can hear the vibrato. You can hear the tone of the instrument. I would never use that in a song like the one I set up earlier. It's not really appropriate for Italo disco, but I'm going to play you here some of these patches. The harp is also very, very dynamic. It has a really good sound.